Hi guys, welcome to Fami's Info. Today we will know about the top 10 festivals in the world. Number 10, St. Patrick's Festival. There are certainly larger and more robust celebrations of St. Patrick's Day than the one that is held in Dublin, Ireland every March. But considering the fact that the holiday was originally a religious celebration honoring the death of the patron saint of Ireland, suggesting any other place to partake in it feels a bit sacrilegious. Saint Patrick was born to a religious family in Roman Britain sometime around 385 AD. At the age of 16, he was kidnapped and taken to Gaelic Island, where he worked as a shepherd for 6 years before making his escape and making his way home. Eventually, he became a priest and returned to Ireland, where he converted many pagans to Christianity. Number 9. Songkran. Derived from the Sanskrit word for astrological passage, Songkran refers to the traditional New Year celebrated on April 13 in parts of India, China, and much of Southeast Asia. The holiday, which lasts to April 15, is traditionally a fairly subdued affair. Mornings often start with visiting local Buddhist temples to offer food to the monks. Water is often poured on statues of the Buddha, the young, and the elderly in a symbolic purification ritual. Number 8. Holi Festival. This ancient Hindu festival, also known as the Festival of Colors or the Festival of Love, celebrates the end of winter and the victory of good over evil. It takes place between the late February and mid March and lasts for one night and the following day. There are various legends associated with the Indian festival. One suggests it's a celebration of the great love Radha had for the blue-faced deity Krishna. Others link it to Shiva, who is often associated with yoga and meditation. Number 7. King's Day. The rest of the world could learn a thing or two from the Netherlands about properly celebrating a national dignitary's birthday. Queen's Day was a national holiday commemorating Queen Beatrix's birth. By having the festivities in pleasant April, the proud Dutch were able to throw on their loud orange attire and toast back a few drinks without having to worry about weather. With the crowning of her son, Willem Alexander, the holiday became known as King's Day. Number 6. Dia de los Muertos. As depicted in the 2017 Pixar film Coco, the holiday is all about getting together with friends and family to remember and celebrate ancestors who have died in order to help them on their spiritual journey. They also visit their loved ones' graves, leaving these gifts and other beloved possessions as a tribute to the deceased. Number 5. Mardi Gras. Also known as Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras in New Orleans is a cultural spectacle to behold, sort of like the USA version of Carnival, but there is some debate over whether it was NOLA or mobile. Alabama, that had the first Mardi Gras back in the 1700s. It begins with social events in November, private balls held on Thanksgiving Day and New Year's Eve, with parades and more private balls throughout January and early February. Number 4. La Tomatina. Launched way back in 1945, La Tomatina is one of the oldest festivals on our list. It is also easily the messiest, coming off like the world's biggest food fight. Legend has it that the whole thing started when some local boys joined a parade alongside musicians, giants on stilts, and big head figures. The unruly boys knocked one of the performers off his stilts. He became enraged and started lashing out, and a vendor's vegetable stand fell victim to the mayhem until the police arrived to break it up. The Spanish festival was banned for much of the 1950s, but in 1957, locals protested with a mock funeral, carrying a coffin with a giant tomato inside as bands played a funeral march. Number 3. Harbin International Ice and Snow Sculpture Festival. Located in northeast China, Harbin receives some seriously cold winter winds blowing over from Siberia because it is home to the largest ice sculptures in the world, and the celebration takes over the entire city. There are two main exhibition areas. Sun Island is a recreation area along with the Songkran River, where you will find most of the giant sculptures. Ice and Snow World opens at night with colorful lights illuminating full-size buildings made of 2 to 3 foot ice blocks taken from the river. Number 2. Carnival. Arguably the biggest festival in the world, Brazil's Carnival is widely considered the greatest show on earth. The event attracts nearly 5 million people each year, with a half million or so being visitors traveling to see the spectacle. The Brazil festival takes place in February or March over the 5 days preceding the Catholic season of Lent, which starts 40 days before Easter. Number 1. Burning Man. Burning Man started in 1986 when Larry Harvey and his buddy Jerry James assembled a 8-foot tall makeshift wooden figure and dragged it to San Francisco's Baker Beach on the summer solstice. They left it on fire. A crowd of around 20 people watched it burn, and thus one of the world's weirdest, wildest parties was born. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.